Hi guys! So the weather has been warming up a little bit recently and there's definitely more of a summer vibe in the air, which is kind of exciting. I mean, summer is not my favorite season personally. I can appreciate some things about it, like I love bonfires, barbecues, fireworks, and also my birthday is in the summer too. So to further embrace this kind of summer vibe, I thought I'd share with you guys my summer reading list. And these are just some books that I plan to read this summer, and they also kind of have at least one aspect that reminds me of summer. There's just something about them that gives me that kind of vibe, either the setting or whatever else is going on in the story. So let's just get started with the first book. So the first book is this one, The God of the Woods. I've heard a lot of really good things about this. So it's basically a mystery thriller, and it's about a group of kids all at summer camp together, and one night this one girl just basically vanishes and she disappears into these woods. And apparently it's also the same woods that her older brother went missing in about 10 years ago or so. So they have to uncover this mystery of the woods and try to find out what happened to her and also maybe her older brother as well. I do love a good mystery every once in a while, and the premise of this story also reminds me a lot of when I was a kid at summer camp with some of my friends. And it even reminds me of some scary stories that we might have told each other late at night. So it's kind of nostalgic for me in a way, and I'm really excited to read this. So next is this book called The Berry Pickers, and this one is set in a different environment, like totally different environment, but it's also about a girl who goes missing. So there's kind of a similar theme going on here. I'm not sure why, just something about summer and mysteries maybe. But I have heard really good things about this story as well. It's about a group of indigenous peoples who have come to Maine for the summer to pick blueberries. And while they're picking berries, this little girl goes missing. So this story is not so much about the process of finding this little girl, even though they do try. It's kind of more about how traumatic events affect families and their family relationships and dynamics and stuff like that. If you watch any of my other vlogs, you know that this book has been on my reading list for a while, but I'm actually gonna read it this summer. I'm finally gonna get it done with. So this is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, and this story is kind of like a coming of age about this girl growing up in Brooklyn, obviously, and it also talks about, you know, her family as they kind of go through a lot of real life struggles, whether that's money or stress or relationships or anything else like that. I'm excited to read this one, not only because it's a classic. I feel like it's one of those books that you probably should read at least once in your life, but I'm also just really excited to get into this whole setting. It just feels like such an immersive kind of book, and something about New York City is just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like all 4 seasons in New York City, especially summer, I feel like are really unique and there's something really special about it. So I'm definitely gonna get this one done this summer. And then last on my list for now is Tom Lake by Ann Patchett. And I'm really excited to read more by Ann Patchett. I really liked her book, The Dutch House. So this one is one I'm definitely gonna read this summer. So this book is set in Michigan in 2020, and it's about a family who run a cherry orchard, and basically because of the pandemic, everything gets shut down. Everyone's lives basically just stop suddenly. And so this family and their 3 daughters who are grown up, they've already gone off into the world. Their 3 daughters just come back home to spend time during the pandemic with their family. And it's kind of like, you know, they're trying to find ways to fill in all these boring days, and they just start talking about the past and some things that they've been through, and then eventually they start talking about their mom's past love life, which might sound kind of awkward, but I don't know, they're just talking about this for some reason. And apparently their mom had this kind of love affair with someone who's now famous. Like this guy is now a huge famous actor, and her mom is telling them about all of their experiences and, you know, the summer where they fell in love. And this book kind of goes back and forth between their mom's past, all those summers spending time together and her past experiences. And it also kind of goes back into their current life at home right now during the pandemic. This might not be everyone's cup of tea. It might be a little slow for a lot of people, but I'm honestly really excited to read this. I know that Ann Patchett is very, very good at descriptive writing, so I'm excited to read more from her. Yeah, this just seems like something perfect for a summer afternoon or something like that. So this is the end of my reading list for now. Yes, the key word is for now. I'm probably gonna add a lot of books onto this later, and some books that I probably will never have time to finish reading anyways, but I'll keep you guys updated. And in the meantime, you guys can let me know what you guys have been reading lately, or if there's any books on your TBR that you want to share with me. I am always looking for new books or new perspectives, anything like that. Or maybe you can also share with me what you guys are planning for this summer. So maybe some vacations or trips or anything you want to do for this summer, let me know in the comments. Even if it's just like a shopping trip or you're planning on going to see a movie, I'd really like to know. I'm really curious what you guys, like to do for fun. I think summer is a good time to kind of take a break. You can be lazy a little bit and just kind of treat yourself every once in a while, even though you might still be really busy. So definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.